Backyard gardening has experienced exponential growth in recent times. Using creative gardening methods, people are producing sufficient food to feed their families and even having a surplus to sell. All this on land measuring 1/10 of an acre. Here are 7 awesome tips about backyard gardening that will assist you produce more food in your backyard garden. So here's our top tips. Tip number 1. Your plants must complement each other. Conduct a research about traditional gardening methods and find out what plants complement each other. For example, potatoes and corn grow well together. This type of farming helps to enrich the soil nutrients and also ensures better overall plant health. Tip number 2. Pollinators are your allies. It is critical to ensure that your garden is conducive for pollination. This can be done by creating an environment that attracts pollinators. One way of doing this is to mix colorful flowers with some of your vegetables. Pollinators are one of the most valuable allies that your backyard garden can have. Tip number 3. Fertilize to replenish your soil. Due to its small size, the soil in a garden is depleted at a much faster rate than in larger gardens or farms. You will therefore need to add organic compost and to top dress the soil in your garden. You can also do crop rotation and try not to plant the same crop on the same spot every year. A healthy soil helps to grow healthy plants which can resist diseases and pests. Tip number 4. Grow upwards. Growing crops vertically allows you to maximize on your small space. It also leads to better management of pests, enhanced yields, and an easier harvesting process. It minimizes problems such as fruit rot or leaf fungus due to better air circulation and low moisture buildup since the fruit is not touching the ground. Tip number 5. Analyze your soil. Conduct a pH test to learn how acidic and alkaline the soil in your garden is. You can also do a full test of the soil in your garden. This will help you to determine the best plants for your soil. You will also learn what you can do to improve your soil and if there are any harmful pathogens and pests in it. Tip number 6. Companion planting. Apply companion planting to grow extra crops and increase yields. This involves planting some crops under others. For example, planting carrots under tomatoes or beets under cucumbers. Tip number 7. Start small, then expand. It is better to begin with a small garden that is easy to manage. You can then expand after each season and experiment with different plants in order to learn what grows best on your backyard garden. In conclusion, you should never let lack of space limit your gardening abilities. A little creativity is all that is required to increase yields and enrich your overall gardening experience. To get more gardening videos like this, hit the subscribe button and leave a comment to let me know what you would like to see next.